Here's left. Pulls up, looking for the lead, and got it. Jalen Williams, 2 seconds, 1:11.109. Now SGA, probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down. The Thunder finally get the defensive stop, and SGA puts them in front.
I'm Kenrich Williams. You're listening to Topic Thunder.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Top Thunder Podcast. I'm your host, Dolan Hunsinger at Thunder Chats. We are part of the Believe Network, and this podcast is brought to you by the good folks at FanDuel Sportsbook. I almost slipped up there, but I maintained my composure, and I was able to, get it. I was able to go through it and, keep my streak alive, just like Shea kept his streak alive in the last game. So with that being said, hey, as you can see, we are joined by a couple of gentlemen here. First, we got from New York City, we got Cone in the building. Back-to-back podcast for the first time in a long time.
Back-to-back 20-plus point wins, back-to-back podcasts. Yeah, man, look at me go. It's partially because my fiance is out of town, back home visiting her family for the weekend. So I am sad and lonely that she is gone. And so I'm like, I'll just talk with my basketball podcast friends to make me feel better. Also, every time she's gone, I eat like shit. Like I just had pizza and chocolate chip cookies for dinner. Like I'm 8 years old, which still at heart, only 3 times that age and then add one. So yes, I'm currently going through a crisis and she's been gone for about 24 hours now. So that's where I'm at. Thank God the Thunder won.
Absolutely. And also joined, as you can see in the middle of us here, making his illustrious return, the man from Seattle, Steve Dolan. What up, Dolan? How you been?
Topic Thunder coast to coast. Yeah, the tough part about being an adult is there's nobody to stop you from just walking into the bakery section of the grocery store and getting whatever you want at any given moment. So
yeah, I walked into the grocery store and I saw a chocolate chip cookie dough and I'm like, I just gotta. When I was younger, I had to beg my parents, and now it's like I have disposable income. I could do it whenever I wanted. No one's stopping me. So it's tough.
Yeah, I've been good. Some interesting personal and professional issues got in the way of my Thunder fandom for a few weeks, which I had never experienced anything hard enough in my professional life to make me be like, I just don't really have it in me to watch Thunder basketball for a few weeks. And first off, I'm being vague about it. Everything's fine. It was just some weird stuff happened at work that required long hours. And so I didn't watch either of the 2 Spurs games around Christmas. I didn't watch the Christmas Day game. Because the thing that happened there is I'm like, well, I've been working such long hours. I need to give Christmas to my family. And then I saw the score before I saw the game. And I'm like, well, I'm not watching that. Absolutely not. So for a week and a half, I basically didn't watch anything. And it was the best possible week I could have missed. I missed the whole, they lost 4 out of 8, something like that.
I think 3 out of 6. I think 4 out of 9.
Yeah,
was it?
I missed all of that
because
I saw one of those games
too.
Yeah, so that was cool. I got some highlights. There was a couple of the games I went back and watched the end of the game, but yeah, mostly I just missed a couple weeks, and it was the perfect couple weeks.
I'm sensing a trend here. I don't think you're allowed to miss watching Thunder basketball anymore.
Yeah, bro,
because when it happens, we seem to crumble. So
quit work and just bet all your money that you have in your bank account on the Thunder win the championship and watch every game, and you're locked in.
It's 0 seconds. Yeah, yeah, maybe there's something to it.
Hey, we started GoFundMe right now. If that's what it means, I'm sure a lot of Thunder fans will tap in. So
yeah.
But yeah, no. As Dolan kind of alluded to, it was a rough time for Thunder fans the past couple weeks here, but it seems like we're coming out on the other side of it. That was kind of the eye of the storm. We're coming out on the other side, and you can kind of see some sunshine and rainbows up in the distance. With the way that we've been playing, if we can maintain, this pace and this level of play. Gosh, it's late over here. Sorry. Level of play. And of course, we're still missing Isaiah Hartenstein. We're still got to integrate him in the lineup. But Yeah, things are looking better. So Dolan, I want to ask you, as we said, this is your first time in a little bit. You talk about how you didn't get to see, those games. What was your kind of reaction to the timeline? Like passively, like was like your timeline? I know you've got a quick trigger on the block button, so I know your timeline wasn't like crazy, but like, did you see a lot of skies falling people, or did you see more level headed?
Well, that honestly, like, I was barely on Twitter. Like, you can go check my timeline for like a week and a half. I was tweeting like one time a day. Something. It got weird. But since I came back, like, he only just recently started kind of coming around. So like, I went back and saw like kind of the tail end of his struggles, if that was the tail end, knock on wood. And people were, of course, being very reasonable and rational about that. So I put a couple long form thoughts out there at various points. I mean, my positioning on him is like, I think it's obvious at this point that the team and he are taking the risk seriously and know that like this is something that is a problem for the team and something that can't just be like brushed under the rug or like ignored like it's just some random bad stretch. Like, they know this is a legitimate cause for concern, and then there's a cause for it that they can directly point to. And so I think that they're like eyes open to it. So I'm really not all that worried about it. And we've already seen some adjustments, honestly, like going this long stretch, starting Aaron Wiggins for extra offense, closing with AJ Mitchell several of these games lately when they've had to, close games, which they haven't the last couple. Yeah. But like, I think it's clear that that Mark is like, yeah, we're going to need some more scoring in the game if this is what Dub's wrist is going to be like. And until it gets better, if it gets better, this is kind of necessity. So yeah, I think they're handling it. And if it gets better, we're going to be all the better for it from having, flex these muscles. And if it's worse, I think like the result is, if it doesn't get better, they're just going to have to play more offense first guys. And that means then as a result of that, Dub's going to have to take more primary defensive responsibilities. Like if Lou Dort or Cason Wallace aren't in there because the spacing's really bad because Dub's shooting 1-3 a game, then that just means Dub's going to have to do more of that. So it's going to be a shift of roles that result from his shift of skills, in as long of term as that takes. I'm thinking hopefully just this season, hopefully less than that, but I think we can expect like by next season it's totally better. So yeah, I think they have some options, thankfully.
Yeah, I've appreciated the we haven't talked about this, or at least I haven't really. I've appreciated kind of the transparency that we've seen from Dub and the Thunder on the wrist stuff. I know a lot of people at the beginning of the season are like, why aren't we getting any updates when he's going to come back? But ever since he's been back, and especially going through this stretch, like he said, I don't feel 100%. I'm not back to where I need to be. I'm going to continue to get better. I'm going to continue to work at it, but we know it's a thing. We know that it's going to be a process. And, Shea was asked about it, and he's like, yeah, Dub knows we need him. Like, he's got to get back towards himself, and he's working through it. He's going to get there. We trust him. We believe in him, but it's going to be a process. And
we got the less flexibility or less range of motion thing from Dub. We got the he's working in a new normal stuff from Mark, and he's been very open about it too. Yeah,
he's wearing the like heated glove thing on the bench. Yeah. He's been doing that. Like he's doing a lot of different stuff. It's a big deal. Like there's a reason why it was harder for him offensively in the playoffs. And, he shout out to Dub, like he went through that, a bunch of pain, a bunch of like injections and all this stuff to help us win a championship. And now, we're, dealing with a little bit of the aftermath of that where he doesn't quite look like himself. And even still, we've got, I think, the same record that we had at this point last year. Pretty sure it's the exact same record. And he's still not looking like himself quite yet. I think we're in a perfectly fine spot. I do believe he'll get back to normal. Hopefully it's by the playoffs. We're going to need that. But yeah, what Dolan said, AJ Mitchell's emergence has been huge in helping us not just stay afloat in general, but especially with Dub not being quite the offensive two guy that we've needed him to be. Chet has taken a step forward too. His efficiency, games like yesterday against the Rockets where he's being really aggressive. That's, a spot where we really need him. And so his growth as well. Aaron Wiggins is going to be more important. Isaiah Joe is going to be more important. We're just going to rely a lot more on those role player guys, and guys are going to have to step up. But I mean, obviously schematically too, like Dub, I think he realizes that he's not quite himself. Like Dolan said, he's not taking as many threes, only like 1 to 3 a game at most, but he's attacking downhill. I think he's doing a really good job of cutting, playing in space. And then last game, he didn't shoot really well against the Rockets, which I'm sure we'll get into, but what was it, 9 assists, 10 assists?
10 assists, 0 turnovers.
No turnovers.
Yeah, no turn, which is incredible because Shea was dealing with, a lot of defensive pressure, and we need people to step up. And a lot of guys did step up. We hit some threes, and Dub was playmaking. Like, it's funny how
basically put the game away at the beginning of the fourth with Shea on the bench.
Yeah. It's funny how we are spoiled as Thunder fans. Like, we went through one 500 stretch, and it's like, oh my God, we just suck. Like, is this the end of the world? And every championship team, like championship hangovers don't all appear the same way. I don't think that was quite what we were going through. I just think it was horrific shooting on our end, like our worst shooting stretch. And again, referencing Dolan, his tweet, which I appreciate the numbers on, is like our worst shooting stretch in the last 3 years. Our opponents were shooting lights out, and the guys kind of just looked gassed a little bit through a really tough schedule, a lot of back-to-backs and every other night, that type of stuff. Like it's just hard. During the season, you're going to go through some ups and downs. And so ultimately, I think they've kind of come out on the other side. It feels like ever since the Grizzlies win, they've just been locked back in.
Yeah. And it was, it's been good to see Dub improve in all these different areas. And in spite of all the improvements that he's had on offense, defensively is where he's been hanging his hat all year long. He's been such an impactful player on the defensive end of the ball, but anything that he can give you, it really feels like it's like a game by game basis. What do we need, to win this game? And then you look at the Spurs, we needed somebody to attack the basket. We need somebody to get downhill. We need somebody to get out and transition, and off of forced turnovers and get easy points. And then against the Rockets, man, our offense was all in flux because they were sending 2-3 guys on the ball. Dub was our playmaker. He was the primary playmaker. And for a guy who, is your secondary playmaker on the team, to have not only 10 assists, but to have 10 assists with 0 turnovers is crazy. With a hurt wrist. So we haven't seen the best ball from Dub this year. I'm sure he's going to play better. And, it was a rough stretch early on. And, with me, count on me, I talked to you about it. I didn't care about him missing shots. I get he's going to miss shots because, his wrist, it felt like, and this might even lead into the wrist, it felt like he was forcing stuff to try to get into rhythm instead of doing what seems like easier, more his game, getting to the rim. Dolan, I don't know if you saw, there was before the Grizzlies game, before, it was just him. There was a couple times, especially against the Spurs, late in the game, he got the ball at the beginning of the shot clock, and he kind of dribbled the air out of the ball and then forced it up a contested 3. And it's why do we need that shot now? We're in the fourth quarter, we need a good bucket, at least swing the ball around, get the ball back to you, something. That's not the shot we needed. And that was kind of my frustration with Dub. It was never a performance. It was more of just a mindset kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he's adjusting a lot to the fact that he just clearly doesn't trust the 3-point shot, and the numbers back it up, right? I don't know what he's shooting right now, but it's 30% or something, maybe a little bit worse. So now he's taking 1 to 3 a game. He's just putting his head down, getting downhill. He's cutting off the ball. 27.6, yeah. Taking the occasional bump midi and just spraying the ball around when he drives in and doesn't have a look. And he can be a really, really, really good player like that, not taking any threes, taking 1 3 if it's wide open. He can be a very effective player. But I don't think the defenses have fully, they obviously haven't fully adjusted to that fact that he's not going to take threes very much. Once they do, it's going to change some things for the team. Because right now we know Lou Dort's willing to take a bunch of threes and he shoots a good percentage, but teams pack the paint, when he's out there. They know they can close decent enough. He has kind of a slow release and they can, get into his shot if they just ignore him until he has the ball. Kaysen Wallace doesn't get really guarded on the perimeter. Neither does Caruso. So, like, once they start giving Dub that treatment, it's going to cause problems with him playing with Lou and or Kaysen and or I think Caruso actually might be able to make it work with some of his, ancillary stuff. So that's where it's just going to lead to, okay, well, if that doesn't work, then Dub, you're going to have to play more defense because we need more AJ. We need more Wiggins. Like, we're going to have to sacrifice some of these defensive specialists, which means Dub has to become one.
Yeah.
Which he's more than capable of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw in that Dallas series, remember he was doing such a great job on Kyrie. Like, that is still there. And even if it's not Kyrie,
He was
like,
also on
bigger
Wemby
wings.
in the most recent Spurs game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The
Him
one I
being
saw.
that type of
I enjoyed that
defender,
one.
Yeah.
him being that type of defender makes the offensive ups and downs right now way more sustainable. Like, if Dub wasn't a defensive guy, it'd be like, okay, well, what do we do? But yeah, I mean, you have all the versatility in the world because, yeah, you can just play AJ, who is also really good defensively. AJ is just so sick. I could spend this whole podcast talking about how good AJ is. But to be able to, slightly push the team more offensively personnel focused with Dub struggling right now, it's big because of him being able to play that defense. But like, I mean, you saw it in the Rockets game, the way that he can adapt. Didn't shoot very well. The playmaking was great. The defense was awesome, regardless of who he was on. And he just stayed in attack mode. And like, teams are still especially worried about him getting to the rim. Like, the Rockets were not letting him penetrate at all. Like, they were diving to the rim when he got the ball, especially scrambling off those, Shea hedges and doubles and the extra bodies they were showing him. And I felt like he did a great job of being that secondary guy and continuing to stay in attack mode and at the least get someone an open jumper, which we hit. The 3-point regression, positive regression is back. So you like to see that.
But it's still only, I mean, it's not like we've shot the lights out or anything. We're like mid-30s or whatever.
Like league average.
I think one thing that I've been seeing a lot since my return is like in the Miami game, and I don't know if they pioneered this. That's totally likely to me. Suppose a genius, but they were doing this thing where when Shea would start his ISO and he would dribble in and make his first move, right when he gets to around 16, 17 feet, like in his sweet spot range, that's when they're sending the double. And in Houston was doing the same thing a lot too. When they weren't doubling out by half court, that's when they were sending their double in the half court. So I think the solution to that is we need a shooter one pass away from him. So like Mark's smart. He'll figure this stuff out. But so that's where it becomes kind of tough with Dub. If he's not going to be a shooter, he can't be that one pass away guy. So just stuff to work on, because I think we're going to see that strategy a lot going forward. It's been very effective in spurts.
Yeah, something a lot of teams will throw at Joel Embiid. A lot of times when he was, prime Embiid, obviously he's not the same player as Shea, but when Embiid kind of got to a spot in the mid-range, it's like not that immediate double, but that like give him a second, let him kind of get into his rhythm and then send the double, like that later one, to kind of, mistiming it. It feels like teams, the Rockets were doing it yesterday. Sometimes it was the immediate double, hedging the screen. Sometimes it was a little more, playing one-on-one with Amin. And then, like the second he kind of gets around the elbow, send that extra body and force someone else to beat them. And, the other guys did a great job of beating the Rockets yesterday. Kaysen hit a few threes, at least two. I think he might have hit three. Wiggs wasn't quite himself yesterday, but knocked down a three that kind of helped us build some momentum in that fourth quarter. AJ was unbelievable. Chet was awesome. We talk about the rebounding battle. Like without iHeart, I'm like, are we going to be able to survive on the boards against Houston? Chet had, I felt like a million putback dunks and attacking off the dribble, turnaround jumpers, knocking down threes, start off the game with a step back three. Also, don't think he's missed one of those jab step pump fake and then get into it threes the entire season. Like every time he shoots that, it goes in. It feels like, I
really like that because it feels like oh, he's hesitating. He's doing the Chet pump fake thing. But I was thinking about it today, and I actually think he's like decided, okay, I'm tall and I can shoot over most people, except when they have like a running start at a closeout on me. That's when they block my shot or like really challenge me well. Well, if I just pump fake and then stand there for a second, they stop. And then I can just shoot over them because I'm 7 feet tall and they have to jump from a standstill. I think that's the logic there. And
they're like, wait
really
a second.
effective.
The logic is rock solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go in and get into the Rockets game here. I mean, talking single large item and Chet Holmgren. I was going to leave this at the end because it would kind of, lead into another discussion. But I mean, just looking at stats: 18 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 7 and 9 shooting, 2 or 3 from 3, and 2 or 3 from the stripe. My only gripe about Chet's performance yesterday is the fact that he only shot 2 shots after halftime. Like after he had it going, he only shot 2 shots after halftime.
That seems to happen a lot with him. And on the one hand, like it would be nice if they would get him some more looks. But on the other, that happened in the Spurs game too. And like, in a way, like they couldn't get him shots. But it almost feels like when they're unable to get him shots, it just means he's being guarded more closely. And the rest of the offense goes so smoothly. Like people getting to the rim, like, people getting open looks off kickouts. When the big is like actually respecting him because he has one of those hot starts, I think that's what ends up happening.
Yeah, I loved that Kevin Harlan on the broadcast, like he made the comment, I think Chet missed a shot on offense and he came all the way back on the other end and swatted the crap out of Amon Thompson's shot. And Kevin Harlan was just raving. He was like, this guy is so fun to watch. And it was like, it's like, yeah, he is, but like, we don't get like, people are like, there's 2 7-footers that basically came into the league at the same time because of Chet's injury, and the media will not shut up about one of them. And it feels like Chet, like, even though he is awesome, even though he is the defensive player of the year front runner right now in terms of like betting favorites on FanDuel right now, even though he just had the most blocks in a Game 7 in NBA Finals history last year and was one of the most dominant defensive performances in the playoffs history last year. People just want to sweep him under the rug because he's not Victor Wembanyama. He's not as tall. He's not as athletic. He can't handle the ball as good. Like whatever your reason is, people just want to sweep him under the rug. So it was really cool to see Kevin Harlan just kind of like fanboying about Chet Holmgren and his defensive plays because, yeah, he is fun to watch. Like people should enjoy watching this guy, and he should absolutely be in the All-Star game this year.
Yeah. If Chet's not like Chet will be an All-Star. I'll say that right off the bat. There's no way Chet's not an All-Star. Shout out to Royce Young. I mean, he's put out a million tweets. Like he had one stat today where it's like every team that's had an 800 winning percentage or better since like the inception of the All-Star game, I'm pretty sure.
Since 1951, I think.
Yeah, has had 2 All-Stars. And when it's Chet, who is the only player in the NBA, let me find the exact numbers. I'm pretty sure he's the only player in the NBA this season, 17 or more points a game, 1.5 plus blocks a game, and a 65 true shooting percentage or better. So there's nobody in the NBA who is protecting the rim and as offensively efficient and versatile the way that Chet is. Like he's putting up ridiculous numbers so far this season. Whether it is the 3 ball, he's shooting really solidly at the line. That midi has really come along. The putback dunks, like Chet's been put in a spot where the last season, or so, he's been taught like you're a 4 now for the most part. You've got to play alongside Isaiah Hartenstein. We're doing the double big thing. And now this season, I heard soon with injury, it's like, okay, Chet, we kind of need you to be the 5 again. And he's like, okay, cool. I'll block a million shots. I will be the most impactful defender in basketball, for like the last month or so. Like Chet has been that level of guy. It's not excluding Wemby. He's been to that level so far over the last month or so specifically. And he's doing so while being our most consistent second option. Dub has not played a majority of the season, and he's not quite been himself yet. And our front court's been ravaged by injuries. It's not just iHeart. It's Jay Will's missed a bunch of time as well, and Dub missed time, of course. Like, it's been a team that's desperately needed Chet Holmgren, and he's the rim protector for one of the best defenses of all time so far this season. When you take a look at relative defensive rating, one of the best rim protectors in the sport, elite offensively. Every impact metric will tell you Chet's been a top 10 player in basketball this season. Like we're not just talking All-Star. He should be heavily in all NBA conversations. The All-Star thing isn't even a discussion. So it blows my mind when I see like, Bill Simmons put out his All-Stars, and it's Bill Simmons. Like I get it, but he put out his All-Stars, and I'm surprised Derek White wasn't on there. And Chet's not on there. Instead, it's Julius Randle, Randle's been great. Devin Booker, Denny Avdia, like those are all guys who have been great this season, but Chet's just been more impactful, even if the PRA doesn't quite say it, just looking at the stats. And if you watch the Thunder like we have this season, this team, when Chet's not on the floor specifically, I mean, in these games without Isaiah Hartenstein, like if Chet's not on the floor, and especially when Jay Will was gone, the team kind of fell apart. Like his every on-off number is like, hey, if the Thunder don't have Chet or Ihart out there, especially not Chet, the team really, really struggles. And so the way that these continue to impact the game, it's been special stuff from Chet so far this season. He's an all-star lock. There is no world where Chet doesn't make the all-sar game. So seeing people, not put him on their list and stuff, it's just people not really quite understanding. And like there was, I think, Dylan, what was it, the Warriors game? When Brent Barry was like, he was like, we'll have to see if Chet's an all-star. I'm not really sure he'll make it. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I don't think he has the offensive numbers for.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, he's got the defense, but I don't know if he has the offensive numbers of like 18 points a game on 65 true shooting percentage. Isn't the offensive number? Oh, come on, we got to be better.
And I mean, he's the DPOY favorite, and he's the second best team on the best team in the NBA. Like it's there's so many things that are stacked in favor of him going to the All-Star game. Like it's harder to make the case for him to not be an all-star.
Yeah, the only case is like I tweet out about, Chet is like objectively an all-star, and someone was like, oh, you really want to see a 17.8 rebound utility man as an all-star? And I was like, yes, I do. Like
he'll do something cool though. He'll do something cool.
Yeah, Chet, like in the Rising Stars game, Chet was throwing down like windmill dunks and like catching lobs and stuff. Yeah. He's like a crazy shot blocker. Chet he's a 7-foot guy that can shoot threes and block shots and everything. He's the exact type of player I want to see in the All-Star game. It's just
he's not one of those guys like a I don't know, like Gobert or Draymond or whatever, where he comes into the All-Star game is like all he's doing is like dunking straightforwardly. Like, no, Chet's gonna try to do something cool.
Chet's got some sauce.
Yeah, Chet will do some cool stuff. Like they said that about Chet, but didn't mention like Julius Randle. Like, do you really want to see Julius Randle of all people in the All-Star game over Chet Holmgren? That is nothing against Julius Randle. Yeah, but it's like, what is Randle going to do that Chet isn't going to do in an All-Star game? And like, that's your gripe right there. It's stuff that people try and, say about Chet. I feel like a lot of people only watch like the games against the Spurs and they're like, oh, is this guy even really that good? And don't actually watch the rest of the games. So just kind of the way it goes. But yeah, Chet's an all-star lock and he'll be there. Like there's no world where he's not.
Yeah. I've also really enjoyed his physicality here recently. It feels like anytime like, come like you're talking about, like Hartenstein's been out, like we've relied on Chet on the glass and like on FanDuel, like his like 8 rebounds, like alt rebounds has been like a lock for like the past like 5 games, except for when we play Wembanyama, because that's a different story. Like he hasn't got the monkey off his back playing against the Spurs and Wemby yet in terms of like his production and whatnot. But any other team and like all these other teams, especially after that not the last Spurs game, but the one before that, like Chet went on an absolute tear of like 20 plus points, 8 plus rebounds, like all those games. And like he's banging inside with these big guys. Like Şengün, like he tripped, like let's call it what it is. He tripped, but he basically almost tackled Chet, and Chet just basically like shrugged him off like he was a ball handler. I'm like a kick return, breaking away for a touchdown and finished with the dunk. Like Chet, rookie year Chet was not doing that. Like people like to make comments about Chet's frame because he isn't like your prototypical like 7-foot guy or anything like that, and like he is still skinny, but like if you look at what he looks like now and what he looked like his rookie year, like he's in the gym, he's working. I promise you, like it's night and day difference. He's not just like some pushover, and he is and he always has been a dog. He is and he always has been a competitor, and he's been competing. He's been a dog. He's been physical.
Yeah, I don't feel as confident about him making it as you guys do, but I do think he will make it. I just want to remind everyone that the coaches pick the reserves, and the coaches have historically always valued defense more than than your Bill Simmons or your average Twitter user. I mean, we've seen Gobert make multiple All-Star teams. We've seen Draymond Green make multiple All-Star teams despite not having the offensive numbers that Chet does this year. And yeah, the DPOY favorite, like that doesn't just carry a lot of weight. I think that's his primary argument, and I think it's worth a lot. You know what what I noticed, I think the most about him this year is, remember last year, and particularly his rookie year, but also last year, though you can blame the hip. Remember tired Chet? Like he would have those games where he just clearly did not have anything in the tank, like any back-to-back, or like if they had a particularly tough stretch of schedule, like he would just come out there slow-footed, and you could just see it, like in the way he was
Shot would
moving.
be flat.
His shot would be flat. His footwork was slow. His rotations were a beat late. I'm not seeing that anymore. Like that's just maturation of his body. That's just like getting used to the NBA schedule, getting more muscle on his frame. I'm sorry, I know he still looks super skinny, but go find a picture of him his rookie year and compare it to a picture of him now. It is a big difference, and it's going to get better, but it's already a big difference.
Yeah, the main thing I think could throw a wrench into the Chet All-Star stuff is LeBron James, because LeBron has not been up to his usual standard this season. He's playing a lot better as of recently, but overall in the year, missing a lot of games early on in the season, they're probably going to put LeBron in the All-Star game. Like there's no way there's an All-Star game without LeBron James, I would imagine. But so obviously that takes a spot out of the Western Conference from a player that I think is probably more deserving, but I still think they go with Chet over some of the other options, especially because the way the new All-Star voting works, if any of you don't know, out there in the chat watching, so it is the usual same thing. They pick 12 from the West, 12 from the East, but they have to have 16 players at least for the USA teams and 8 for the international team. If there's a scenario where they end up with, say, 17 US players and 7 international players, they will just add one more All-Star to fill up the international team, is the way apparently they're going to do it. So there is a world where, like, say, you know, we think about like a Denny Avdia who's been putting up big numbers this season. He doesn't end up making it, and instead they give it to Chet, and they're like, oh yeah, because we can just, you know, go ahead and throw him on as like an international player or something along those lines. Or, you know, Lowry Markin is in that conversation too. Or if there's an international player, an extra one, you know, they could just always throw Chet in as well as one of the US editions. Like there are a lot of intricacies with that whole system. So like that all throws a wrench into it. That makes things a little bit more complicated than usual. But yeah, like Dolan said, I mean, they typically, you think about like a Trae Young, who is so many years, it's like, why, how is he not an All-Star? It's like the coaches go with defense and very much value winning. Again, been like 50 years, 60 years, 70 years even since a team that had this type of winning percentage didn't get 2 All-Stars. It's not going to start now.
I will say that, you know, usually it's the coach with the best record and its respective conference as the coach. I don't think you can do it back-to-back years. So Dagnall is out this year. Right now it would be it's Mitch Johnson, right, for the Spurs.
Yeah, Mitch Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, Chet has not played good against the Spurs. So
no. It's not the coach. It's not the coach of the team that picks.
Oh yeah, it's all the coaches, right?
The coaches of the league vote, and it's usually not even. I think it's probably not like the head coach or whatever. I'm sure they hand it off to like a staff member or something.
Yeah,
in a lot of cases. But
I do remember now.
The Thunder get 1, and the Nuggets and the Rockets and the Wolves and the Lakers all get 2. Like, I think we have to riot.
Oh, I would immediately push. Wow, look at Shea, MVP, best in the world, doing this without a single other All-Star in his team. Wow, look at him. But yeah, because it's like here, I'll real quick go through who I have for the All-Stars right now, to kind of give y'all. Yeah, Chet is the skinniness
baby Chet. Oh my goodness,
it's crazy. I've gotten kind of back into collecting basketball cards as of late, and I got a Chet rookie card, and I'm like, oh my god, he was like skinny, man. It's crazy. But
also the beard's a much better look, by the way.
Yeah, the beard's a look. Also hilarious. He was doing the post-game interview. He was doing the post-game interview shirtless. That was hilarious on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I know.
So my All-Stars right now in the West, starter Shea, Jokic, Luka, Wemby, Ant, and then off the bench, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Alperen Şengün, Kawhi, Steph Curry, Chet Holmgren, and then either Denny Avdia or Devin Booker. I've gone back and forth because the Suns have been so good, but Denny's numbers are better. So it's kind of between one of those two for the last spot, in my opinion. But like LeBron could very much grab that last spot instead of one of the two of them. So if I had to predict, I think it'll be those guys just off the bench: Chet, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Alperen Şengün, Kawhi, Steph Curry, LeBron James. If I had to try and predict.
So sorry, can you say again what was your short list? Who was in for the last spot?
For the last spot, my reserves were Chet, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Alperen Şengün, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry. My short list for the last spot is Denny Avdia, Devin Booker, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, but he's missed a bunch of games recently. I think he's kind of fallen out of favor in that potential spot. You could talk about like a Julius Randle if you wanted to, Larry Markkinen, but the Jazz have been really, really struggling. I think mainly it's going to come down to like Denny, LeBron James, or Devin Booker for that last spot.
Yeah. Did you notice who did Bill? He had Julius Randle, right? And then
he had Randle
too.
Yeah, he had Randle and Booker.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like that is very much like pure Hooper, like ball don't stop type of like these are the all-stars I want to see. Yeah, his was he had Denny, Devin Booker, and Julius Randle. So he did not. Who did he have on that list? Who is he missing from mine? Obviously Chet.
Jamal Murray.
No, he had Jamal Murray. Who's he missing?
I saw people complaining about Kawhi. Did you have Kawhi? He missed too many games.
Yeah, Kawhi. The Clippers have just been so good. He's putting up like 28 a night. Like
I won again in overtime without Kawhi.
Yeah, James Harden is someone who, like, if the Clippers had started off and actually been like good all season, I could see getting in. But yeah, it's going to end up being Kawhi. Like who? How am I unable to figure out who he doesn't have that I have? I'm like, yeah. He didn't have Kawhi. You're right. Yeah. No, okay. So no Kawhi. No Chet, and then no Kawhi and Chet really is kind of the main two he didn't have, which feels Bill Simmons.
I think Cone made this point, but I was looking for rookie year Chet pictures, so I didn't hear it exactly, but I will say, like, just to further the point, I think that you made the point that, you know, if there's enough foreign guys picked, then you could fill out with the Americans to fill out the rosters.
Yep.
Zach Lowe went as far as like advocating for teams to just go ahead and do that so more guys can get in the All-Star game, because we've been asking for them to expand the All-Star game rosters for like, you know, years now. I'm like, this is basically a cheat code to let it happen. So it does suck that like Giddey faced an injury. He was probably going to be like an all-star game type guy. That's another international guy that you missed out on. I don't know what is it. So it'd be like Shea, Murray, Şengün, Wemby.
I can tell you my international guys I have because I brought out the whole teams. So right now my all-stars, I have international Shea, Jokic, Luka, Wemby, Jamal Murray, Alperen Şengün, Giannis, and then this one is when I had Denny Avdia. So those would be the 8. And U.S., Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Chet Holmgren, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Duren, Karl-Anthony Towns, Scotty Barnes, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., and I had Norman Powell as the last guy on that list. So
and Kat, you can slide down to international and squeeze in another American guy because he's Dominican Republic.
Yeah, so I mean, I wonder how that goes because I mean, it like for years it's been I've been like at least expands like 13 or 14. You know, you can put it at 15, but specifically, I think the reason they won't do that is because the East, like we get to the bottom of like we're talking about should LeBron James even be an All-Star in the Western Conference, and then the East, I'm like my last spot, I was like, is it Norman Powell? Is it like? I was between like Norman Powell, Evan Mobley, who's been having a really down season, but I could still see him making it in. Ultimately,
had a game winner tonight.
Like Brandon Ingram is someone that I was like, can I fit BI in there? And then the West, it's like, oh, is it like Devin Booker or LeBron James? You know, so that's another thing I've seen some people mention is like, do we think they'll ever do like top 24 regardless of conference? I don't think the East is going to go for that, but it would just be something interesting if they ever went that route.
The East would be salty.
Yeah.
All right. With the Rockets game, a couple of the points that I just wanted to talk about. We went on a tangent with All-Star and Chet, but like, hey, deservedly so. Like Chet deserves to be an All-Star. So Shea had a not typical Shea game, only had 20 points. That is a season low this year. It was 20 points on the dot. But hey, he got it. He extended his streak to 112 games. You know, he's still on pace to hit that record by Wilt. In this game, though, like talking about what got him those 20 points, like you go back to opening night, and for 3.5 quarters, Amin Thompson completely shut Shea Gilgeous-Alexander out of the game. Like you can call it, you know, ring night nerves, anxiety, like whatever you want to call it. You can credit Amin Thompson's defense. Whatever it was, Gilgeous-Alexander was out of that game for 3.5 quarters, and then he caught fire in the fourth quarter, and then in the double overtimes to lead, finish it off. In this game, he started off, I think he was like 1 of 4 in his first like 4 shots or something like that. And I think he had 2. No, he was scoreless in the first quarter.
I think he only took 2 shots in the first quarter. I think he was 0 for 2 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think I'm mixing up the games. But yeah, he was scoreless in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, he scored 10 straight points. And when I tell you this guy was going straight at Amin Thompson, like he did not care who was in front of him. Like back-to-back buckets. He had like a spinning layup on him. He had a double clutch on him. Had the snatchback 3-point shot at like the end of the half. And I mean, he was just, I mean, obviously, like he's the MVP. He's like best player in the league, best player in the world, like whatever you want to say. But Amin Thompson was the guy that's first team all defense last year, gave Shea problems in the first game of the season this year. It's like I always say, like, as soon as Shea gets like one game in that season, like one game where a guy like feels like, you know, he kind of had like advantage on you, that's all it takes. Like give him one game of film and he's got you figured out. And kind of same thing with Castle. Like, you know, there was a few more games with Castle, but that last game against the Spurs, like Shea let Castle know, like, you ain't crap. Like you can't guard me. Like I've got you figured out now. So I just want to give a shout out to Shea because like obviously like didn't have his like traditional scoring output, but the attention that he was demanding from the Houston Rockets defense also made it possible for Chet to, you know, get it going, AJ Mitchell to get it going, and Dub to, you know, kind of take the ball handling role. So shout out Shea.
Yeah. Like it's crazy that it's like Shea's really close to that streak. He's right there. We're what now? 12 games away? 15 games away, I think? 15. He just hit 112. It's 126. So I'm going to read off our next 15 games. You know, we'll see if he plays all of them. He might sit. Next game, of course, is against the Miami Heat later today now, Saturday. But the next 15 games, it's the Heat, the Cavs, the Bucks, the Pacers, the Raptors, the Pelicans, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, Orlando, San Antonio, Houston again, the Lakers, the Suns, the Bucks, and then the Brooklyn Nets on February 20th would be the streak-breaking game if he plays every single game going forward. I really wish it was here in New York City was at Brooklyn game because I'm gonna when they play Brooklyn, but that's not till March because I would do everything to be at that. Not that Nets tickets are going to cost anything. What am I talking about? But to be at that street game would be super cool. But he's close. I mean, the biggest challenges left are the Rockets again. Like Ime Udoka was throwing bodies at Shea to try and, you know, get the ball out of his hands in this game. Yeah, this move was, I don't know how he didn't travel or like fall or get injured or something like that.
That was nuts, bro.
Ridiculous from Shea.
Can you, obviously the spin move where he's kind of hopping from foot to foot is the highlight, but you see the backdoor cut he fakes on Amin and how far Amin runs before he realizes he's gone.
And you just, show one more time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
at the free throw line.
He said, "I am."
That credit to Jay Will. You have to respect that backdoor cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was so. Rockets are obviously one of the harder ones. The Spurs in San Antonio, but other than that,
stretch from like the Wolves to the Bucks or something. There's like a 9-game stretch or something there that is very tough.
Yeah, there's some really tough games. But it's just, I don't know. It's reached a point where I'm going to be surprised if he doesn't get it, like, which feels crazy to say. And I think it's being underlooked. Yeah, that move was discussion. Poor Josh Okogie was trying so hard last night. And there was that play. And then the 3 hit over him where he just had him dancing like happy feet. There was nothing he could do. Poor Josh Okogie. But the Rockets are definitely one of the harder teams. San Antonio, Detroit is a good defense. There's some good defenses in there. But if last night didn't break the streak where he had nothing in the first quarter and then still needed 4 with like a few minutes to go, I don't know if anything's gonna stop him, you know, barring health.
Right. People have asked me, and last night almost proved me wrong. But people have asked me, do you think he's gonna break it? And I'm like, well, these things usually end because like somebody rolls an ankle in the second quarter and like misses the rest of the game. So like, I guess if somebody told me it ends and he doesn't break it and I had to predict how that happened, I guess that's what I would say. Now, hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, last night, I mean, I think the Rockets were on a mission to try to get him to not break it because they were throwing doubles all night. And it just was that one little spurt in the third quarter that really like made it realistic. Now he finished it off with some free throws, but with a little bit of stat padding.
Shout out to Ime Udoka for
which is fine.
Yeah, shout out to Udoka for grabbing that tech. We appreciate him. He was throwing all that pressure at Shea all night. He's like, the least I can do for the guy is get a tech so he can get a free throw attempt to try and
throw
get
him
there.
1 point.
Yeah, because Shea missed the front
I
end
will
of one
knock
of
on
them.
wood. Let me confirm wood here.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. We will knock on wood. Shout out CJ Tour. Calvin, good guy. Yeah, last guy I wanted to talk about in this game was AJ Mitchell. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 7 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 from 3-point line, and like just steady, man. Like he's so steady, he's so reliable. I think I saw he's got 14 straight games of 10 or more points for the Thunder here recently. That's off the bench, that's starting. Like his 3-point shot is consistent. He's an automatic paint touch. Like and the thing that, we kind of saw glimpses of in the summer league, and now we're seeing it like real time. He's a solid defender. Like he will put his chest in you. Like he will go get stocks. Like
that might be an understatement at this point.
Yeah, like
he's a really good defender.
I think I just saw a stat that said that obviously defensive rating, defensive field goal percentage, like they're not like a catch-all for who's like the elite defenders in the league, but AJ Mitchell leads the league in defensive field goal percentage at like 34%. So like if your opponents, if the guy that he's guarding is shooting the ball, they are shooting the worst in the league.
He's way up there in defensive EPM too. I mean,
I was literally just going to bring that up. 98th percentile. The only guys he's behind are Wemby, Zach Edey, Cason Wallace, Ron Holland, Chet Holmgren, Asar Thompson, Rudy Gobert. Jay Will actually sneaks in right above him. And then it's AJ Mitchell, who, again, defensive stats aren't perfect, but EPM is a pretty good one. And like the eye test matches all of this type of stuff, though. It's not like, he's got this great defensive field goal percentage and you watch the games, it's like dudes are just missing against him. Like he's moving his feet, and him being a good defender, in addition to that offensive punch, we take a look at what's happening with the Rockets, where they have this constant back and forth, this tug of war, where it's like they kind of need Reed Shepherd to help their offense. But AJ Mitchell was like licking his lips, like he just kept getting Reed Shepherd on him. He's like, I'm going to attack you over and over again. Mm-hmm. And it was working. Like AJ doesn't have that issue. He's, he's stocky, got a good center of balance. Like he's moving his feet. He's trying on that end. And it makes things so much easier for the Thunder, where it's like we don't have to sacrifice defense to get AJ in the lineup. And
I think he's up to like almost 36% from 3 on the season, which is like one reservation you could have had about his offense. So.
Yeah, 35.2%. And over the last, 10 games, he was 0 for 3, 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 3, 2 of 4, 2 of 7, 2 of 6, 0 for 3, and then 3 of 4. So
I trust that shot though, man. Like when he shoots it, like I'm confident in it. Like as long as he's not shooting like a crazy contested one, but like when he's catching it off the catch, like I feel good about it. And it's crazy to me because like, obviously obviously we're biased because we're Thunder fans, but like going, you've got your finger. Yeah, of course not Dolan. But Cohen, you've got your finger on the pulse of the league better than anybody else. Right now, FanDuel has AJ Mitchell at 8th for odds for 6th man of the year. And like, I'll read these names to you. I mean, you've got right above him, you've got Colin Gillespie, you've got Anthony Black, you got Anthony Simons, the aforementioned Reed Shepherd, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Keldon Johnson, and Naz Reid. Like, some of those guys, like I kind of understand, but like I feel like he should at least be top 3 right now.
Yeah, I think he deserves a little bit higher. You did say he's behind Reed Shepherd, right? Like,
yeah,
Reed's been up and down, but I think he should be above Reed Shepherd, in my opinion. Like, I get a number of those guys. Colin Gillespie, it's pretty close. I think the hard part is just because of how much talent we have on the roster, the impact of most players gets downplayed a little bit. But like, I don't know, man. I just feel like what he's done for us as that offensive weapon with J-Dub's wrist struggling the way that it has. Also, Anthony Black like if he were, full-time six man, he'd probably be my pick right now. But he started over half of his games. He started 21 out of 41 games at this point. But he's having a big breakout season. But Anthony Black, I don't think belongs in that conversation because he's just not a six man at the moment. They get healthier, they get everybody back. He might move more into that role, but I think AJ belongs like top 3 to 4 at minimum, top 5. I think top 8 or 8th overall is crazy, especially when you consider how good this team is, how much they're going to continue to win, and how many of those big, like nationally televised moments he's going to be in. Because he's earned the right to be in a lot of our closing lineups. Like he's going to continue to get those minutes, get that run. I think there's a chance that he shoots up the board. I don't know if they'll give it to him because we have Shea winning MVP and, Chet, if Wemby misses a few more games, like he's all but a lock, in my opinion, to win Defensive Player of the Year. So giving the Thunder 3 awards, I don't know if they'll do it. It's just kind of the way the world works. But I think he deserves to be in that consideration at the very least. Just strictly off numbers and impact, AJ's easily been one of those guys. I mean, we talk about the EPM thing, like what is AJ at? He's in 94th percentile, 3.2. There's like no bench players that are doing anything like what he's doing. Scrolling the list, trying to see if there's any bench players. Nope, he's the first bench player that comes up in terms of EPM.
Oh, put out the messaging. I think we found our new case.
Yeah.
I got a number for you guys. When AJ Mitchell is off the court, our net rating's plus 9.8. You want to guess what his net rating is when he's on the court?
When he's off, are you filtering any garbage?
Yes, this is low leverage removed. Shout out Data Baller.
We're only in 9.8
off the court. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about Data Baller real quick? Sorry, sidetrack.
Sure.
Is it literally just like grabbing the data from pbpstats.com? And the reason I ask that is because pbpstats.com does their own leverage calculation that's really complicated, and Data Ballers lines up with it exactly. And it makes me think they're just like, and PvP stats has gotten way slower lately. I think they're just like pasted on top of, anyway.
I will say Data Baller has like a lot of other things that you can do, like matchup stats and like defensive shot quality and stuff like that. But yeah, like the Wowie lineups, like it has the same like data that PvP stats has, but it's much more aesthetically pleasing.
But so I don't think it. Yeah, but I just wish, I don't know. Conceptually, I wish they were like reading the play-by-play stats themselves and coming up with them themselves, and I think they're just poaching it. Anyway, we can move on. Sorry.
I love that tangent.
So plus 9.8 off the court net rating. What's his on-court net rating?
Like 17 or something?
Yeah, I was going to say.
We got to make the math work here.
Yeah.
Cohen, you got a guess?
I was going to go right around that. Like right around like a 17, a 16 and a half.
18.1.
Man.
Dang.
Yep. AJ's so good, man. He's
Impact's
so good.
Crazy. I don't have time to go in here and look at all the 6-man candidates, but just keep that in your mind, guys. Keep that in your mind, voters.
Yeah.
And you can
AJ Mitchell, by the way, still not played a full 82 games.
Yeah.
In his career. Like he played 36 last year, he's played 40 so far. So not even a full season.
So is he still eligible for Rookie of the Year? Is that what you're saying?
Have we considered it? who you got? AJ, Conca Nipple, Cooper Flag. Go ahead and make your pick.
I keep seeing people try to campaign for AJ Mitchell, most improved. I'm like, guys, it's the second year. Like second-year players just
that's the wrong award, guys. We need to focus up and focus.
But what if he's a first-and-a-half-year player?
Then he definitely won't be most improved.
The first most improved player rookie. I saw there was like some graph and it was like every team's most improved player for the season. And I think I saw someone say like, what about this guy? And it was a rookie and the comments were frying. I'm like, dude, it's a rookie. What are you talking about? He physically can't be. And they were like, he's grown a lot since he was in college. They're like, I don't think y'all understand or you guys understand the point of this exercise.
I remember my trump card during Chet's rookie year when people were like, he's not a rookie. He can't be eligible. I was like, okay, then you have to acknowledge that he should be the front runner for most improved player.
That's a good point. Last season, not a single stat recorded. This year, a lot of stats recorded.
He's improved by infinity %.
Listen, like people are saying.
That reminds me of they were talking about the broadcast of the Wolves Rockets game. I was reminded that Julius Randle played like literally 3 minutes on opening night for the Lakers in his rookie season and got injured. And I'm like, that's so tough. Like it's like any rookie things that you want to go for. It's like, no, you just don't have a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he like broke his leg too. Like
it was bad. Like first game of his career, his rookie year stats were 1 game played 14 minutes, 2 points, 33% shooting, and they're like, all right, say goodbye to your rookie eligibility.
That's tough.
Did that happen to Blake too, or did he get hurt in preseason or something?
I think he hurt in preseason.
Yeah, he didn't play his supposed rookie season.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember all that. That was fun. Ben Simmons too had something similar. But yeah, and talk about AJ Mitchell, kind of like getting the national attention, with this award. First of all, shout out to Prime Video's broadcast. I think Prime Video has like the best broadcast in the game at this point. I don't even think it's really close.
You know what else on Prime Video is the easiest one by far that I've messed with so far, that to stay behind on a game. And it saves your spot. Like if you don't watch for too long and they have the resume button, that's really reliable. Which one? Peacock is like determined to make you watch live. Like it's a whole goal. It's impossible not to watch live.
That's what ESPN have had that issue. Like if I'm at all behind a little bit, it's like, I'm noticing you're not watching the game live with us. Let's go ahead and catch you up. And then it'll also, when it catches me up, like 10 to 15 seconds later without fail, jumps me back like 15 seconds. It's like, okay, whoa, not that live. Like you need a little bit more of a delay.
Peacock, I end up doing the thing where like I go back into the game and I try to like squint and not see the score while I just like make it rewind somewhere, just like get it back somewhere in the past.
I love the strategy.
That is cool. Like NBA.com, like if you're on League Pass, it will like hide the scores whenever you're like trying to get on look at stuff.
League Pass is good, and League Pass added the resume button this year, so like which is really helpful.
That's what's up.
Of the apps that are like the national TV ones, I think Amazon's the most user friendly.
Yeah,
late watchers.
Yeah, I love their post game show. Like the rotating cast of Blake Griffin, Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, Udonis Haslem, John Wall, and Taylor Rooks. Like I think they all do really good together. I think that it's informative. I think it's entertaining. I think that all those guys have like
basketball.
Yeah, like they have personality. Like they're not just. I love the inside the NBA guys, but a lot of the times it's more for just like the memes and like the jokes and the vibes. Like you actually learn about basketball and like insight into the games, whenever you watch the Prime broadcast. So shout out to them. But yeah, what I was trying to say is before the game, like they actually, as AJ was walking in, he had like a walk-in interview with Cassidy Hubbard, before the broadcast. And like, we got Shay, we got Chet, we got Dub. No, I want to talk to AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell, man, shout out you, man. Like it's gonna get that shine, brother.
Belgian Waffle University.
Yes, that was amazing.
Can we talk about the fact that he's like so impactful on the team that's currently the favorite to win the championship and go back to back? He was playing summer league. Like he played a summer league game. I was very quickly like, AJ doesn't probably need this. Like he's just too good for this.
They kept playing him though. They played him like a few games.
I mean, maybe that's what did it. Get your run. Get your work in the offseason, I guess.
This is a great endorsement for summer league.
Yeah, but I tweeted this out yesterday. But to sustain long-term contention, you have, especially in today's NBA, you have to hit on draft picks. You have to. And it can't just be the top picks because you're not going to have, a bunch of opportunities at the top if you're contending for championships. Leonie Brooks saying in the chat, kudos to Sam Presti for grabbing AJ. Like AJ at 38, this type of talent in his second season at pick 38 is ridiculous value. Like that's impressive. And we traded a bunch of seconds to go there and grab AJ too.
Moved up.
Reminder, this was not even a second that one of our 17 future seconds that we owned. We traded Lindy Waters for a second and then cash to move up and then cash to move up again. Like we manufactured this pick out of nothing.
We literally did. I'm going to catch a fish. Now I'm going to throw it back in and catch a bigger fish. And I'm going to throw it back in and catch a bigger fish.
Yeah, and those are the kind of moves you need. You have to hit on picks. Aaron Wiggins at number 55, Isaiah Joe being cut and then picking him up, Lou Dort undrafted, AJ at 38. Like so many, 36. Yeah, J-Will 36. Like so many big hits throughout Sam's time as a GM, because I've seen some people be like, oh, well, he didn't draft Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and he got the top picks with Kevin Durant and Harden and Russell Westbrook and Chet was at number 2. Like that wasn't a hard pick. Like people try to downplay his drafting a little bit. I've seen a couple of times, but it's like, talk about all the other hits that he's like unbelievable hits, championship level role players is something that is so valuable today in the NBA. I mean, we're talking about teams like the Lakers, for example, who desperately could use a number, like they would kill for an AJ Mitchell or an Aaron Wiggins or an Isaiah Joe, any of those players. And they've got the top end talent, but they just haven't been able to hit on some of those guys. Like it just hasn't really worked out for them. The Nuggets right now, like Peyton Watson's really coming into his own. And that's a pick that they got right. He was averaging like 3 points per game, 4 points per game at UCLA. And it took a couple of years, but now he's really popping off. It's just kind of what good organizations do. And Presti's one of the best ever at the like margin moves. I think he might be the GOAT of like margin moves, especially in this era among GMs.
I like that take. All right, fellas, we're getting close to the end of the podcast. As I said before we started potting, I have a game prepared for you guys. 2 of the most successful gamers on the Top of Thunder podcast. I want to pitch you guys against each other right after a word from our sponsors. And we're back after a word from our sponsors. Guys, we've talked all about the Thunder's fall and rise. We talked about their dominant performance against the Houston Rockets. We've talked about Chet being an all-star, AJ Mitchell being a 6th man of the year. But what we haven't talked about is who is the best gamer on the Top of Thunder podcast.
I just want to say, this is going to be a rest versus rust situation. Like it is.
Yeah, it's true. I got to get my charger. Be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, as I explained the game, it's actually pretty simple. I have a question that I'm going to ask you guys. It will be on a scale from 1 to 100. Whoever is closer will get to go first. Then I have 10 questions total. If there is a tie, I do have a tiebreaker question. Basically, I will be pitting 2 players in a stat category, and I need you to tell me which one's higher and which one's lower, or just put them in order, however you want to say it. And if you are correct, you get a point. If you are incorrect, you obviously do not get a point. Whoever has the most points at the end, guess what? You lose. I'm just kidding. No,
I was going to say we lose.
You win. So, Dolan, did you hear the rules? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
I did. Yes.
All right. So the question that we are going to use in order to kick this off is from 1 to 100, where does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rank in terms of turnovers?
Oh, turnovers.
So turnovers per game being highest to lowest.
So number 1 is like,
wait, is there a qualifier?
Number 1 is the most turnovers per game.
NBA.com
probably
like
probably just standard qualifiers.
Yeah.
So it's most to least. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Most to least.
And I will say there's a 4-way tie. So if you get in that range, then yeah, I'll have another tiebreaker.
Most to least.
61. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't do the just one lower, one higher.
Higher, lower.
Yeah, I won't do that too. I'm gonna go because it's. I mean, he had a number of last game. It feels like he's been having a few more as of late, but it's not that many. I'm gonna go with. Damn, you're right around the range I want to go. I'm gonna go with. Give me like 72.
Okay. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander now is at 2 turnovers per game, 2 even. And that has him slotted at 59. Dolan was way.
Wow.
How deep does the range go? Like you said, there's a tie.
There's 4 players. Nikhil.
So the tie goes from the tie actually goes from 59 to
57
63.
57
okay.
to 60.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's off by 1 then.
What's funny is it's Nikhil, his cousin, Dylan Brooks, his fellow countryman, and then OG Anunoby. He's just there.
He plays in Canada.
He did. He played in Canada for a while. You're correct.
And he's British, so international player as well.
We got
Commonwealth.
All right, so Dolan will be going first. This one is a points question. Dolan, who is averaging more points per game this year? Thunder legend Russell Westbrook or 6th man of the year favorite AJ Mitchell?
They're like right in the like 13.
It's really close. Yeah.
It's like AJ.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect. It is Russell Westbrook. Russ has
It's
14.8 points per game. AJ Mitchell has 14.2 points per game.
God
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
tough. You got
For
set
me.
up. That's tough.
I'm flipping a coin.
Flipping it over to Cone. Cone, this is 3-point percentage.
Okay.
Who is
Oh,
shooting
God.
a higher percent from the 3-point range? Is it marksman Lauri Markkanen, or is it the aforementioned all-star Chet Holmgren?
Oh, it's Chet. It's Chet.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. Chet
Yeah,
Holmgren is at 37.4. Lauri Markkanen is at 36.5.
Yeah, Lowry's is down a little.
Ooh,
He started off,
down
he was
season.
he was on fire at the beginning of the season. He's been breaking a lot recently.
All right, back to Dolan. Cone has a 1-point lead right now. Let's see here. I will go with this one. Okay, yeah. I should have said, we'll come back to that. I'm just going to put out there that you can also say they're the exact same. We'll come back to it later.
Oh, great. So there's one of those.
Oh, no. That's I hate that.
All right, Dolan, here we go.
Let's just be a push.
Again, 3-point percentage. Which one has more?
If it's
Shea
something
Gilgeous-
like 3-point percentage and it ends up the same, I want you to know that I am going to be doing the math.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should go to multiple decimal points at that point.
All right. Is it the reigning MVP, best player, in
3-point
franchise
percentage.
history, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or is it Thunder legend and trader Kevin Durant, who has the higher
God
percentage?
damn it. Shay, final answer.
Shai is correct. 39.2 compared to 39% for KD.
I think KD went. At one point tonight, he was like 5 for 7. Though I wonder. If
This was before tonight, I will say. Yes, this was done at like 7 p.m. So, all right, it is tied 1-1. Pressure's back on Cone here.
What was just sorry, just real quick. I'm just googling to see if perhaps Kevin Durant's 3-point percentage is now higher than. Oh, interesting! It's 40.4%, and we're still going to give Dolan point. What a ridiculous outcome. Anyways, continue. Sorry, I just want to make that known so that when I lose, I can protest by 1 point. I want to make that known.
All right, Dolan, or not Dolan, Cone.
And now you're going to give him another question, get another point. Wow, it's ridiculous. Where are we at?
This is assist. Is it Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Jalen Brunson?
Oh, Brunson.
Final answer?
Yep.
Incorrect.
Really?
Jalen Brunson is at 6.1. Shai is at 6.3.
Oh my
Look
God.
at Shay.
Look
That's
at
a big
Shai.
number.
You know why?
6.3.
Because Brunson got hurt against the Kings. He played 5 minutes and got injured with no dimes, and so it tanked it below Shai's. That's ridiculous. I literally did a Knicks video yesterday, and I was looking at the stats, but I had that game filtered out, and his assist was higher than Shai's would be. Great, perfect. Love that this is the way the game is going. That's tough.
You did that to yourself. I didn't do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
do too
kinda-
much. That's
yeah, I
knowing
kinda-
too much.
All right.
Yeah, I'm too in the weeds. That's on me.
All right.
I'm gonna grab
we
some
are,
water because I need something to sustain this bullshit. Unbelievable. I'll be right back.
all right. We are 1-1 right now.
How many do we have? Just curious.
I had 10 questions, and if it's tied, I have a tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right. So, Dolan, points per game. Is it perhaps future All-Star or first-time All-Star? I'm sorry. First-time All-Star Chet Holmgren or first-time Eastern Conference All-Star Jalen Duren?
Duran.
Final
Final.
answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect. It is Chet Holmgren by 0.1 points per game. 17.9 to 17.8.
That's tough.
After, what is that, 2 rounds, it is now tied 1-1 still. All right, going back to Cone. Let me find a question here. Rebounds per game, Cone. Is it first-time All-Star going to be Chet Holmgren? Or is it Thunder legend Josh Giddey?
Giddy's he's kind of grabbing boards this season. I think it's real. This is one that's gonna be like right there. Like it's gonna be like the exact same. I think it would be Giddey. He was averaging before injury it was like 29 and 9 basically. I'm gonna go Giddey.
Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. Josh
Okay.
Giddey at 8.9. Chet Holmgren at 8.4.
Jeez.
Look at that. Cone is taking the lead. I just got to get it stuck on how many questions I have left. 1, 2,
Done. Oh my God, we're out of time.
3, and 4. Yep. All right. I'm just double checking here. All right, Dolan. This is field goal percentage. 2 teammates for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren.
Field goal percentage between
Mhm.
those two. Chet. Final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren has 57.5, but Shai has 54.5. The only guard in the top 20, by the
I
way.
was thinking. I don't think Chet takes enough threes to like make up for the dunks.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we're tied once again, 2-2. We've got 3 questions left, I believe. Yes.
Cone
because
has the
Dolan
edge.
first. All right, Cone. Here you
Until
go.
I get the it's the same question.
Once again, field goal percentage.
Oh my God.
6th man of the year candidate, AJ Mitchell, or the guy that the Hawks traded 2 unprotected picks for, Derek Queen.
Oh, I don't know. Derek Queen's
The Pelicans. Yeah. Anyway, not the point.
Yeah, my bad.
I don't know Derek Queen's field goal.
I have no idea. I don't know
Oh
a
my-
single one of his stats.
Oh my God. Like this is
I'm having a great time.
man, because AJ's at like 45, 46%. Like I feel like Queen's probably I don't know if he is.
He's
Give me
tall.
Give me AJ Mitchell.
Final answer?
Yeah, whatever.
Incorrect. It
Yeah,
is
of
Derek
course
Queen.
Of course he's tall.
48.9%
I mean-
for Derek Queen, 48.4 for AJ Mitchell.
Oh,
Dang.
I thought
I-
Queen's
I
been
was
at,
trying to get you to say Queen because I was like, the only reason he would put this in here is if it's AJ because that's awesome.
That's what I thought. And then he like literally just had a game where he was like 0 for 5 with 4 points. I'm like, maybe that pushed him under, but nope, didn't.
All right.
Damn.
It is a tie game once again.
Two more.
I'm going to put this into Dolan's hands. Dolan, you get to pick 1 or 2.
2. Give me the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I like the thought process.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to, oh, yeah, this is steals per game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or AJ Mitchell?
The same.
Dang it. That is correct.
Yeah, that was always gonna be it.
Damn.
Oh,
I
I
was
was
waiting for the I was just waiting for
didn't-
the stat category where it made sense.
I didn't lob it to him. I let him pick. So I tried to put it out there.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but it's so unfortunate because if he didn't
It
get the
is.
same one, I was just gonna rip Sam off the bat the second it got to me.
Absolutely.
I was so locked and
I was
loaded.
hoping you guys forgot it. In the
I was
heat
like,
of the
oh,
game.
my, this just might be a free game. Might
All right.
just be over.
All right, Cone, this is your chance to channel
Okay.
your inner Shai and send it into overtime.
Okay.
Blocks per game.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It could have
Paolo
been this. If this had
Banchero.
been same, it wouldn't. If I had gotten this one, I probably would have said same also.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say
For
Paolo
blocks.
Banchero.
Yeah. Blocks is another one of those where it could be the
Yeah,
same. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to say Paolo Banchero. Jarrett Allen,
How do we get to Paolo?
Jarrett Allen,
The
or Shai
tiebreaker.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh my God. Blocks for
Ooh.
oh, this is one where it's like Jared doesn't really block shots like that.
This is psychological.
This has to be one of the, I'm going to say Shai. And if it's not, then it's a stupid question. I'm going to say Shai.
Hey, I tried to put some gotchas in there.
Final answer for Shai.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is correct.
There we go.
All
It's a good
right,
question.
all right.
It is a tiebreaker around here.
How many blocks per game does Jared Allen have? What's Shai at?
7, and Shai has 0.8.
Oh, it was cool. I thought Shai was at. I honestly thought Shai was above 1 or like right at 1. So
Feels like you should.
yeah.
All right. This is going to be a back and forth affair. We have the top 10 3-point
fail.
shooters the top 10 3-point shooters on OKC as of last night. There is no qualifier for games played. You guys will go back and forth by saying them, and I will tell you what number they are on the list. If you say one that is not on the list, yes. If you say one that's not on the list, you will be eliminated.
Okay.
Let me hang on. Let me revert this picture because I want to make sure I don't forget anybody. All right, cool. Whenever you are ready, and Dolan went first in the actual game, so we will let Cone go first in the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Backfire.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is correct. He is number 4.
Chet.
That is correct. He's number 6.
Aaron Wiggins.
Number 5.
AJ
Rose. AJ Mitchell. He is number 9. Stay alive, but barely.
Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe is number 2.
How many are we at now? Is that 6?
You need
7.
1.
No, is that 7?
3, 7, 8, and 10.
Okay, so we're halfway. Kenrich.
Kenrich is number 3.
I think I know number 1. Ousmane Dieng.
Ousmane Dieng is number 1. Well done. Shout out Dieng gang.
Knew it had to be Ooze.
All right.
He's been knocking him down this season. I'll give him that.
Dude, he's got the no dip 3 like no other.
There's 3 more. Carlson.
He is number 8. Missing number 7 and number 10.
God, we're getting to the weeds. Say Brooks Barnhart is our next guest. You won't. I think
Double dog dare me.
I triple dog dare you. I think Kaysen's got to be on here. Kevin Kaysen Wallace.
That is correct.
Oh, damn it. All right.
You were triple dog dared. Are you a man or a mouse?
Can he do it? Can he push double overtime like the Thunder as I look for a double overtime question?
We named almost
Who
everybody.
else? I know Jay Will started terrible. Caruso 2 for 12. Probably took him out all by itself. Who is left? It's definitely not J-Dub. Dort started terrible too. Fuck, who is left? No qualifiers. Okay. Youngblood.
Final answer?
Feel free to think about it for a bit. Feel free to think about it. You don't got to just rip a Chris Youngblood off the dome. You can take a second. You can take a sec.
We love
Who else is even left? Is number 7 or number 10?
Number 10.
It's like Youngblood. I know you're my competitor, but like Youngblood is like putting him up at the end of games, and it's like
I know,
it's like
true.
it's like 0 for 5 or like 2 for 4.
Okay. Moonball. I'm shooting a moonball. Lou Dort. Give me it.
Lou Dort is absolutely correct. That is number 10.
Nice. I'm glad you brought it back. Glad you brought it back. I was like, Lou's got. I know it's been up and down.
But it's been tough.
I was like, Lou's got to have more than like he's got to be shooting better than Chris Youngblood. Like,
all right.
Oh, God.
Oh no, I can't in good conscience do that. That's awful.
It's insane that you thought of a basketball trivia question that you decided was like what against the Geneva Convention or something. You're like, I can't good conscience do that.
No, I just could not.
How was the question? He's like, name Shai's field goal percentage by decimal point. And we just keep going back and forth until someone misses.
No, I was looking for another team's 3-point percentage, and they have some players that I did not think qualified. So, All right, yeah, we'll do this one. Why not? Houston Rockets, top 5 3-point per shooter. Top 5 3-point shooters by percentage. God dang, it's 1:20 a.m. And then this one will start with Dolan.
KD.
He's number 4.
Reed Shepherd.
He's number 3. And before you answer, I will just say, if Dolan gets one wrong, you have to get one right to win the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tari Eason.
Tari Eason, number 2.
Yeah, Tari. Damn, that was one I was going to rip next.
Nice. Cool. Still no
good.
qualifiers.
That's good. That's good. No qualifiers. Okay, thinking about no qualifiers makes this interesting. So we're doing top 5. Shoot.
This matchup has lived up to the hype, I just gotta say.
Some names that are going through my head right now. It's a disgusting group of names.
You're only 4, so don't give me names. Yeah.
I don't know. But I think it's like I can't think of who number 1 is. I thought Tari was number 1. Like Tari he doesn't shoot many threes, but he's shooting like 45%.
Reed's not number 1?
No, Tari. Yeah.
You don't have number 1?
No, we don't have number 1. Reed was number 3. Like, so we don't have number 1. I have no idea who number 1 is. Like, so I'm kind of thinking names like Aaron Holiday is coming to mind. Honestly, JD Davidson has been shooting kind of well for them from 3. Like Josh Okogie has kind of been hitting shots.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Like once we get down, unless like Jayshawn Tate is just shooting absurd in very limited minutes and I don't realize it. Remember when he was a rising star at like 27?
Yeah, people tried to say he was better than Lou Dort.
Yeah. And now he's like 30 years old and doesn't play. DFS has struggled. Shingu not hitting threes the way that he did to start off the season against us. Okay, I think it's down. For me, it's between JD Davidson, Aaron Holiday, and Josh Okogie.
And I will just tell you that is 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, Christ. Who the hell is number 1? Who the hell is number 1?
What the hell?
I have a thought of who number 1 could be. I'm gonna be pissed if it is. I have a thought. Shoot. Okay, who's Aaron Holiday has some of those games. He had a game recently against the Kings where I think it was the loss against the Kings where he went like 0 for 7, or 1 for 7 on like all threes. I'm gonna say they take this percentage. I'm gonna go Josh Okogie. This is my final answer.
That is correct. He got number 5.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
That's absolutely who I was gonna say.
Yeah. Especially because
I know he started off shooting like 60%.
Yeah, he couldn't miss. And then yesterday against us, he immediately hit a 3, and he's been like kind of up and down recently. I'm like, of course it's against us.
So we still don't have number 1. Is that where we're
at? Number 1.
Number 1.
Don't think he knows who it is.
You
can try to coerce him to give him your name.
I think I know who it is. Thinking the fact that there's no qualifiers.
There's no qualifiers.
Is it?
I think I know who it is.
Steven Adams make a 3 this year? Why does that ring a?
I'll just go ahead and
make a 3 this year. No, he didn't make a 3 this year.
Okay.
It's not like a him or a Clint Capella. I think I know or I have an idea because I would have said like maybe like a JD or I don't.
JD Davidson was what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
but I think he's disqualified now, or like he told us where that was. It's just somebody who's played like 3 minutes for them this season, and I don't even know
the guy. I think it is the guy. I think it is played last night in garbage time against us. I'll give you that.
I will tell you, this guy has played and I think 66 minutes this year.
I think he hit a 3 against us last night in garbage time. I think he did.
I'll clear it up.
If it's the guy I'm thinking of.
I know. I don't know.
Don't you have a guess? What'd you say?
Jeff Green.
Oh my God, he got it.
Yeah, that's
hell yeah.
Like this.
Oh my God.
You know, it's so funny. Today I went to the usual coffee shop I go to, got like a drink, and this guy saw me wearing a Thunder jacket. He's like, "Oh, I like your jacket." I was like, "Thanks." We got to talking hoops a little bit while I was waiting, and he mentioned, he was like, I was watching Dolan's game last night against the Rockets. I'm like, Jeff Green still exists, and it like got me to like look very quickly at like Jeff Green like stats and history and stuff. And I didn't register he was the best shooter on the team, but I remember thinking like, he's been kind of efficient this season, like no run.
66 minutes. That's crazy.
So what is his 3-point percentage?
It was 47.1.
Look at Uncle Jeff go. That's crazy.
All right. For the next tiebreaker round, I'm going to ask Cone, pick a year between 2008 and now.
Between 2008 and now?
Just in a year. That's all. Pick a
Just
year.
pick a year. 2020. I'm not going like 2008. Like I gotta, if this we asked this about certain players in a certain year, I'm not picking a year when I was like 8 or 9 years old. We're going with, I'm gonna go with 2020, 2024.
I thought it's literally like who gets. I'm thinking of a year to see who gets closer. That's the tiebreaker.
No, it wasn't that. It was literally this. All right, yep. 2024. Here we go. Regular season. Again, we're sticking with it. 3-point shooting, no qualifiers. Give me the top 5 for the Thunder.
This is 2023, 2024, right?
Yeah. And I think Dolan went first last round, so you'll go first this round.
Okay.
And remember, if one person does not get the answer, you have to get the answer in order to win.
Okay, 2023-24. So this is the first season that we make the play-in. There is no Chet Holmgren. Jay Will's playing. Jeremiah Robinson Earl still exists. His app is in development, which is big. So who's our best shooter that year? Is that the first year Dort shot really well? Or was it the year after that? I don't know if Lou had the 3-ball like that yet. This was, I think, Isaiah Joe's first year. So I'm going to go Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe is incorrect.
What?
He is number 8.
What? Oh, it's definitely some no qualifier bullshit. Oh,
he is number 8 at 41.6%.
That's crazy.
I have to get one to win.
That's so tough.
Also, I will just say
What
for
was he
the record,
at?
Jeremiah Robinson
was he
Earl
at?
was not on the team.
Oh yeah, he was off this
What was
team.
he at?
41.6.
No.
No,
Joe
he
was
was
at
8.
41.6.
Yeah.
He was 8.
He was 8th at 41.6.
Yeah.
This is the year Cone pick.
Yes. I can't. It's on me, man. My fault. This is on me.
I pulled up the names. I just, whoa.
23, 24. We were decent this year. How many crazy people were?
It's gonna be I immediately, like after I said that, I've now thought of a couple names, but I like did not think it would be that like that's crazy.
Yeah, we had 9 people. Is that 9 or 8? Yeah, we had 9 people. No, 8 people shoot over 40% from 3 this year.
No wonder we survived without Chet to be at least a playing team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh no, sorry. No, this isn't even the playing year. Sorry, this is the year that we were the 1 seed.
Yeah, it's the 1 seed year.
Yeah, sorry. 23, 22, 23.
How did we have that many people shoot that good? That's nonsense. All right.
Say Keontae Johnson, you won't. Keep the game alive. Say Bismack Biyombo.
Why am I
Dolan's put this year out of his mind.
I have, dude. I have erased this year. We were the 1 seed.
Yeah, we were the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
Last day of the season, we got it.
Oh, Wiggins.
Yeah.
Aaron Wiggins,
shot like
number 2,
50% from 3 or something.
49.2%.
Yeah.
Dolan with the double overtime
Nice.
win.
Good win.
Triple
I'm trying to think of other names. Who else would was
Who was
this
first?
this was probably a dub year, right? Where Dub was way up there.
Dub was number 4.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
this was
His second year, he was awesome from 3.
Yeah, the efficiency was insane. So it's probably I should have said him instead of Zay. I just that was the year he burst onto the scene. I'm like he shot over 40% from 3.
See
Who
if
else
you
was
can
on
get
this
the
list?
8 that shot 40% or more.
8 was Lou wasn't there yet, right? He was like high 30s.
Yeah, he was 39.4.
Oh,
Haven't
Queso,
found
rookie
one.
or Queso.
Yep, 41.9.
And I don't know.
Jay Will.
Jay Will was 36.8.
Damn.
Chet.
Chet was 37.
All right. Well, geez, I'm striking out.
Like,
Got one.
was Kenrich there?
Kendrick was 39.7. You gotta think Thunder Legends here, guys. Like Thunder Legends.
But they were all gone. Like, what?
Yeah.
We were good this year. We were the one seed.
There's a trade that happened mid-year with a lot of these players.
Is Gordon Hayward one of them?
Gordon Hayward's number 1 at 51.7.
Absurd, ridiculous. What kind of dumbass pick this year?
The Latvian laser.
Yeah, Davis Bertans 41.7.
Oh, and it was Trey Mann up there too.
Trey Mann
He barely
42.1.
played.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're missing one more.
Micic didn't do it, did he?
Nah,
Micic
Micic
shot
was
bad. Okay, he was bad. He shot bad.
Yeah.
Worse than Uzma Jang, by the way.
Hell yeah. Talk to him.
Better than Poku.
Chill. All right, chill on him. Chill on Poku. Don't do that. Met the man at the airport. Chill on him.
Poku was 18.2% from 3.
Yes. He broke his leg. Okay.
Yeah, have some damn respect. Moose wasn't shooting it like that this year, was he?
Moose was 9.1% from 3.
Oh geez, yeah, he came back after he came back from the Celtics after the deadline.
Yeah. Flagler had 16.7% on 3 attempts per game.
Love it.
That was when he would just come into the fourth quarter and just let it fly.
How many games did he actually play that season?
16. No, 2. Sorry, 2. I was looking at Moose.
I was gonna say I don't think he was playing games like that season.
I know. What's his name? Oh my god. The Australian guy. The
Dukas
two-way
on the team then.
Oh, Dukas. Okay. All right.
Lindy Waters.
Yep. Lindy Waters the third, 43.5%.
Full circle. Come all the way back around to AJ.
And with that being said, after a triple overtime victory coming out the mud, Stephen Dolan with the victory.
He deserves that for taking the plunge on the tie thing. He deserves that.
Hey, shout out to Cone though. Gentleman move by letting him revoke the Chris Youngblood guess.
What? Yeah.
I will say that was a real coach. I touched it. It was out off me moment.
Right.
I will say that I thought about doing like 2021, 2022. At first I was going to say, let's do 2022. And that would have been a nightmare to try and guess any of those guys. Cause I just pulled it up. The top 5, Gabriel Deck, Olivier Sarr, Isaiah Roby, Mike Carla, Georgios Kalazikis were the top 5.
I was on the verge of saying Gabby Deck before we corrected that. Oh no, wait, this is the other year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. a Tortuga rip in the Big 26 would have been crazy.
Oh my god, I forgot all about Gabriel Deck.
We had 26 players play that season. That's ridiculous,
bro. Do you remember like Gabby Deck, like first game for us? He low key shut down Zion on defense.
Yeah, he went crazy. Yeah, there was a moment I'm like, is Gabby Deck a guy? And then he was not, unfortunately.
He was not. He was a throwback guy. Yeah, fellas, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Congrats again to Dolan for
great game.
winning the game. We'll definitely, we don't get you guys on one-on-one very much, but we'll definitely give Cone a chance to get his get back. So,
nope, I'm ducking.
I'll just have to find you in person. I'm gonna show up at your door with Dylan, like handcuffed and like tied up, and be like, "We're running this back."
Trivia now.
Make a game, chats. Next fan meetup, we're running it back. Trivia. Which, hey, by the way, the fan event is coming up very fast. Yeah, I think we're actually within 2 months away right now. There's no tickets available, so I won't, prop that up, like go get your tickets. But I will say we are excited. If you have bought your ticket, we are still working on planning what we're going to be doing. We're definitely going to do a hoops, like an open run like we did last year in an open gym. We are doing our meetup after the game instead of before the game this year. So we're working on more interactive stuff to do at the parlor. Talked about doing a live pod, talked about doing some trivia, doing something different than just like mingling. Like there'll be plenty of time for mingling, but we wanted to, this is our 4th year doing it, right? Yeah, it's our 4th year doing it. So like we want to, kind of make it bigger every year. So we're working on some stuff. We're very excited, and we will keep you guys in the loop and keep you in the know as soon as we know things. But until then, the Thunder play the Miami Heat today. Within like I think 16 hours, 17 hours right now. I will just go ahead and look at the odds for FanDuel because I'm just curious what they have the spread at. -8.5 for the Thunder at Miami. Cone, you taking the spread?
Yeah, we're back. That's a 20-point win.
20-point win. I like it. Dolan, you going spread or you fading?
Yeah, they have a bunch of people out too.
Do they really?
Like not Bam. Hero's questionable, but yeah, like Jaime's out and
Eric Spoelstra and Chloe
your
Ware
all-star,
having a
I
beef.
think. Your all-star pal, I think, is out. Yeah.
Bro, I had Chloe Ware 7 rebounds at halftime bet. He had 5 at halftime. He didn't get back in the game. It's like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, Spo and him have beef. Like, it's funny how many player-coach beefs we have right now between Kuminga and Steve Kerr, and now Chloe Ware and Eric Spoelstra. It's just like guys just be beefing with their players, and I mean, hell yeah, why not? Also, y'all see the Doc Rivers quote real quick? This is super rammed down the podcast. Doc Rivers was asked about like the Bucks struggles, and he said they're due to injuries. And he goes, "This is not what we planned, but teams go through stuff. We had injuries. Denver's going through injuries right now. Oklahoma's like 6-6 in the last 12 games. It's a long season. Everybody overreacts." I'm like, do not throw us in here. Y'all are 7 games under 500. Like you guys are more games under 500 than games that we've lost in the last 12 that you're saying. Like, we're struggling. Don't put us in that conversation. So also, I'm not completely ruling out a Giannis trade before the deadline. I don't think it's likely, but I'm not completely ruling it out. Not for us.
And the worse they do, the more likely it becomes.
They just lost back-to-back 30-point games, and the fans are booing Giannis. Like, I don't know.
And he booed the fans. Like he sounds like he might be done with them. So
I mean, hell, sure, why not? Go for it.
Giannis got beef with the fans. Chloe Ware's got beef with Spoelstra, and we've got beef with going to bed early. So we're gonna end this podcast and go to bed. Hope everybody has a great night. God bless. Hooping you can. Let's get a victory tomorrow. And as always,
Thunder up.